Hey guys, today I just want to talk about the new race that they announced for hardcore. Personally, I think that this is a really cool event. I just wish, for a number of reasons, that it was coming on season one. First, there are a lot of people, some YouTubers have talked about it, and even Rod tweeted about reviewers' playtime being up, and this is normal. Like any game that comes out, they want reviewers to have it on hand so that they can have their reviews out when the game comes out, when the embargo lifts. So this is nothing new. The problem is that these guys have had time to be able to beat the entire game, know everything, well, reasonably know everything about the game that they need, and they have a huge advantage going into the hardcore race. Now, Wudigio says he's going to go solo, and it's much better to be in a squad. Gazzy talked about it, and he said he doesn't feel right competing, and he wanted to do softcore anyway. So I think, I don't blame any content creator for wanting to compete or not. I mean, that's not on them. They might not have known this was coming. And Ziz talks about this too in his video, where like, if you have the choice to say no, I don't want to compete, so I'll do the review, you know, or you'll say like, I want to compete, so I don't want an early access copy, so I don't have an advantage. But clearly, having beaten the entire game, having put in even just like 50 hours of leveling and understanding the game is a huge advantage when it comes to this race. And I just think that, like, especially this tweet really just showcases how, like, this just doesn't really make sense. Like, no, deleting all their progress and making them start at the same is not, like, the same. And you're obviously going to be better at something with practice. And these people have practice for many hours past what everyone else has. Now, what if it does happen? I think the biggest shame that this has is there are going to be a ton of people that rush through the campaign, rush through the game, and don't really sit there to enjoy it because they want to compete to be the first 1,000. Of the content creators and reviewers, I doubt many of them have been able to play. Like, of the 1,000 people that are going to be chosen or be first, if there were 100 people that had early access, like reviewer access, I would be surprised. And then, they are shooting themselves in the foot because now this starts when the game comes out, which, if you have the early access, which is paid for, now you have a 3-4 day advantage. And for the normal person, a 3-4 day advantage might not be much, especially if that 3-4 day advantage was during the week. But this is a 3-4 day advantage on a weekend. And not only that, but the people that are going to be racing for 1,000, the first 1,000, are going to be like basically no lifing the game. I mean, you have to if you really want to be the first 1,000. So it's going to be streamers, no lifers, whatever you want to say, more than likely. And it just puts like a sour spot on the entire race for it to be like pay to win, and for it to just be tainted by people that have clearly had tons of playtime to do it. Do I think this really matters in the long run? No, but I really just don't see why they can't just push this back to the start of the first season. That would solve everything. I think most people would enjoy the game better going through on softcore, hardcore, whatever you enjoy more, and taking their time, going at their own pace, not feeling like there's actually a huge race. Yeah, like, no matter if this existed or not, Wudiju was going to race to the first 100 rogue. But, like, and Gazzy was going to race to first 100 necromancer. And that's what they want to do. Again, these people have already seen the entire game. So, like, they don't have to worry. They don't have to think about, like, oh, do I want to read all this text or not? If they wanted to read it, they could have read it already. People that are enjoying the game for the first time have to literally sacrifice their enjoyment of the game to race. And I think that's, above everything, I think that's just the biggest shame for this race to be at the launch. So, yep, that's my thoughts on it. I really just hope they postpone this to Season 1 start. Thanks for watching.